Hello, everyone. It's Sasha here with a quick announcement for the Sovereign Collective podcast. If you have listened to my podcast episodes, and some of them you will know that I'm a huge advocate for children, and I'm very concerned as to the impacts of 2020 on our children, present and future. And the reason I'm concerned about all that is because once upon a time, I created a program called Your Conscious Pregnancy and Parenting Guide shortly after I had my son, who is now almost 12, because when I was pregnant, I was really struck by the massive responsibility of bringing forth new life onto this planet and not screwing it up and allowing the way for this being to come in to be here who is meant to be and to support that fully and get myself out of the way as much as possible. And now, with what's going on in 2020, there's a lot of craziness going on. Obviously, this is the last day of 2020 as I record this, December 31st, 2020. And there are many silver linings that I think are coming through from the events of this year. And one of the silver linings that I do hope to support and inspire in other people is the focus back on our children, how we raise them, how we message them, how we feed them, how we educate them. All of these factors have an impact on who they're going to become. And right now, their worldview is being very skewed towards fear and danger. And I might be dangerous to my grandparents, or I can't go near people because they could make me sick. And it's a very victim focused mentality, and it's not an empowering mentality. And it's not educating them as to the power in their body. If we nourish them and give them what they need to grow and thrive, how strong they could be, never mind the fact that they're really not at risk for anything right now. And it's showing that they're really not causing harm to other people as well. So all that set aside, what I'm announcing today is I am reissuing my program, Your Conscious Pregnancy and Parenting Guide, online. And as I've been going through this material again, I am reminded of all amazing things I put together. I interviewed what it is. It's a series of interviews. There's going to be a bit new and more updated material coming in, but it's a series of interviews with all sorts of amazing experts in their fields, including I'm saying Daniel and David, Daniel Vitalis, David Wolfe, Dr. Bruce Lipton, Nadine Artemis. There's a herbalist in there, Dr. Terry Willard. There's a homeopath in there who teaches homeopathy. There's things around education, things around diet. I'm going to be creating a live class, which is part of the announcement that I'm making right now, because this is a timely announcement, by the way. So anyways, there's a ton of material to chew on, timeless material that is always relevant, but I think more relevant than ever before. Our kids need us. They need us to realize that we are the ones that need to raise our children, and the information that they are exposed to and the impressions that they get in their early formative years is going to impact them for life. And we want those to be as positive and life affirming as possible. So I'm bringing this course back online. If you go to the links that are down below, or sovereigncollective.org/get the guide. Remember, there's get and the, so there's two T's there. Get the guide. You will be able to access it and see a couple previews and see what the curriculum is in there. It's not really a course, it's a program. You're not going to get any kind of certification, but you will be armed with amazing information to nourish your body if you're not pregnant yet, or if you are pregnant. You will have information to how to feed your family properly to deeply nourish them. You will have information around how their psychology is formed and what you can do to support that. You'll have information on getting the making parenting just go more smoothly. You will also, it doesn't matter at what stage of life you are for this program and this material, because if you are an adult that has already had their children, never even had children, if you were a kid in your own life, you will get insights as to why your life was the way it was, as to why it is the way it is, and how we can change things if we want, and how we are not victims of our genes. We're not victims of our circumstances, but we can use that to transform ourselves in any way that we want. So this program was originally online for $297 once upon a time. And right now, for the limited time, I am selling it for $47. There is hours and hours of information, and there's new information that I'm going to be putting in there with new interviews and new experts. It's $47 right now for limited time. And If you choose to purchase this pretty much immediately, so it's December 31st, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe it's a 6. I didn't look at the calendar before I did this. If you purchase by Wednesday, January 6th at midnight, you will also be automatically added to a live class that I will be doing towards the end of January on nutrition and feeding our babies and feeding, just nourishing ourselves and other aspects. A live class where you can have your questions answered and you can participate and you can be a part of creating that material for that class. I mean, there's already material there, but there's always going to be individual questions that crop up that will add to the value of that material and add to the value of your life, I believe. Because the time is now. The time is always now for conscious pregnancy and parenting, but the time is now really to correct the course that we're on, to take our power, to know who we are, to create healthy, well-adjusted, robust, confident children who are rooted in themselves, who can think critically, that can think logically, and who could be okay to go against the grain and not to look to others to understand what their worldview is, to feel confident in themselves and having a different opinion. We are seeing that this isn't exactly the norm these days. We are more concerned about what other people think of us than what we think of ourselves. And this is not how we create strong people, because where does change come? Where does growth come? It comes from when somebody's willing to stand up and say, hey, wait a sec. I think we can do better. I think we are better. And I think our children need us right now. So the deal is $47. Look at the links below until Wednesday, January 6th at midnight. If you decide to purchase that, you will also be for free added into a live class that I'm doing at the end of January. I'm going to be putting new material in. It's a growing body of information that is all in one place. And that's the thing, it's all in one place. You don't have to look for the conscious parenting books. You don't have to look for the conscious pregnancy books. You don't have to look at the impacts of circumcision. You don't have to look for the stuff and all the nutritions. It's all there in one place. And then from there, as you get your base, if you want to go delve deeper into any one of those areas, you'll know where to go. So I'm excited about this. I think the time is now. I really hope one of the silver linings of all this going on is the focus on our children and conscious pregnancy and parenting and truly nourishing and moving away from all the harms in this world, whether it be what you're putting on your body, what you're eating, the information that you're consuming. All of this really, really matters. So please join me in your conscious pregnancy and parenting guide. It's at sovereigncollective.org/get the guide. And I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Thanks again. And share this information with your friends. Share this information with people that are having babies, that are parents already. It's never too late to access this information. And I really appreciate you taking the time to delve into it and to apply it, because it's going to make a huge difference. I truly believe without the lofty goal of changing the world, if we change the way we parent, the way we look at parenting, the way we raise our children, we're going to change our families, and as a result, we're going to change the world without having that lofty goal. To be a mother is enough. To be a father is enough. This is extremely, extremely important roles that we have in our lives, and I think it's time to focus on that for our babies and for future generations. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Bye-bye.